Hello, welcome to the L Zone with me, Latricia Marie, coming to you today with a topic about, what do you bring to the table? I know people say it. I've heard this saying or this statement since high school, in a sense, which is weird because in high school, who like why what are you guys talking about bring to the table, right? But because of this topic that's always been brought up, either out of frustration, just regular conversation, men and women talk about this. Ironically, mostly men talk about this from their viewpoint, which is if you around a guy, bring this topic up and see pick his mind, you'll be surprised. But I wanted to bring this up because every time, especially women say it, and then you ask them a simple question on, okay, what is that? It's kind of surface level most of the time, or they're not honest and they just be like, I bring everything. They give you a general answer. I would say the first point to this is how or what are you basing your value system on? Because if it's based on just you thinking about you, which is fine, if you plan on dating you or marrying you, which is fine, what are you basing it on? And here's why I'm saying this because you'll say that you know what you bring to the table, you have this type of value, but who you're presenting it to may not see it as valuable. And then you get disappointed or you get frustrated because you feel like you're this total package, but you're presented to somebody who may not necessarily think that that's the total package. If you kind of get what I'm saying, instead of saying, hey, to the person, the girl, the dude, whoever, like, what do you find valuable in a person? And here's the crazy part: most people really don't know. They really don't know. And I wish people would have that conversation more so. If you don't know, just have the conversation to see if that person may know what do they want brought to the table, be presented, and vice versa. And maybe you'll get a little further and not have so many disappointments or looking at this person like they crazy because they can't see your value. They may not, it may not register them like that's valuable. Because some people, for example, may think, well, I have a job, I'm good with money, I got my own. And the person, like, okay, but they may want somebody who's more emotionally comforting. Like, do you speak life into me? How do you encourage me? And you may think that you are. I've been around people who think they are the most encouraging people in the world, and they really not. It's not genuine as they think it's coming off. But you're presenting something to somebody. Find out what do they think is valuable, or what do they say is valuable when people bring something to their table, because you're trying to present yourself to somebody, and vice versa. So, two, don't assume that the person you presenting it to doesn't think you're valuable. Meaning, just because they may not totally understand your viewpoint, your experiences, and things like that, does not mean that you're less valuable. It may just mean you may have to dig deeper and be like, oh, this person don't see that way. I wonder what it is that they deem valuable, which was part of the first one. But don't start changing too much of your core to accommodate this person because they don't think what you bring to the table is valuable. Don't diminish yourself for that person. It's unnecessary, especially when it's simple questions that can be asked. And let time let you gauge on, you can kind of read people if they like, I like this person's company, I like their conversation, I like their mind, their go-getter, or hey, this person really spoke something to me to get me over this particular bad moment in my life. And they may not have known it, but that's something that they value. You can read when people are good energy, bad energy, receiving good energy, receiving bad energy. So, but that doesn't mean that what you feel that you bring to the table is less valuable. It's just that person has a different baseline of what their value system is. Okay, what their value system is. So don't get discouraged. Do not think of yourself less valuable, but expand on who you are as a person on the inside versus superficial shit that really can go away at any given moment. It's like, what do you really want somebody to bring to you? And then the third one is, changing your concept on what bringing something to the table mean. So for me, I know when I met my now husband, he was like, so, you know, what do you think you bring to the table? I said, I don't know. Because I don't know you, and I don't know what your triggers are. I don't know what your qualifications or standards are. So how am I supposed to answer that kind of question? That's kind of a boxed in question, because no matter how I answer it, I'm either gonna come off cocky, say superficial shit that I really be like, it just sounds good to say first time talking to you, but I'm trying to get, out of this question. And it's not gonna be genuine when the real answer is, I don't know. I have no idea. So I had to change up my concept because honestly, only two people have ever asked me that question. And so for me, older me, being asked that, I really had to take a step back and was like, during the talking phase, shoot, what do I bring to the table? Because it ain't a job, money, or I dress nice. I can kind of adapt to any type of event or something like that, whatever. But I was like, no, what do I bring to this person, that they are receiving as I'm adding to them? That's kind of the gist of what are you adding to the person? Because I don't care what anybody say, when you get with someone early, like later dating talking phase, I don't know what the tiers are anymore, because I feel like until you are like, hey, we are exclusive, you're really not going to see the persons during certain seasons like that versus just talking and playing the field. So but it's kind of like, okay, I know what I bring to the table now that I've seen certain things, we've been through certain stuff. You're my mirror self. You either gonna show me what I don't like, what I need to improve on, or also adding to that, you're gonna show me what I can do. It's a dual thing at that point, but they're your mirror selves. So those are my three takeaways for when people say, what they bring to the table and things like that. Take a moment and just think on those three things. It's not a list thing, but be more aware of that statement isn't always a good statement to say out loud all the time, especially when the person you're trying to present your present to may not see it the same way. And that's okay. It's okay to not have the same thoughts and things like that. That's why God made us unique. Uniquely be yourself. So let me know what you think about this topic, and thank you for listening. Have a good one.